34 Christie, way back. Here we go then. Lights are on. Lights are off. Summerjack Laidlow get the drop. That's a good one. But Pekka Pavarenta. Then it's Birchall. Then a fantastic drop there. That was a really good one by the 95 Blackstock. And Oscar Lawrence, they're round copies, they're coming up to Charlie's. You've got them coming towards you now, Keith.
Yep, certainly have. Going to be interested to see if everybody takes a gamble and watching it carefully through Charlie's. Not too much sliding around going on here, to be honest. Everybody keeping it nice and smooth. Now, coming off of Charlie's, there's no real spray at all. Going up the hill, there's still a few damp patches up there, but I think the big fat tyres of these Hoosiers are going to clear that away pretty quickly. We're going to watch them up towards Park and see if I can see any action up there. No flags or lights coming at us as the leaders make their way around Chris Curve, all pretty equidistant at the moment. And again, no spray coming off the machines up there at Chris. Down through the gooseneck, all looks pretty even. Stevens going to be a challenge of the lead, is there? No, not quite. But follow each other line of Serm through Mansfield. Watch them into the chicane now. You'll be able to see how much spray there is coming up the short straight up to Mountain Bottom in front of your barriers. They make their way out there. You can't see too much spray, can you, mate?
I've got them into the bottom of the mountain. They're really close here. Todd Ellis is fighting hard in about 5th place. Over the top they go, though. It's a brilliant start. Still, the Laidlow's lead. Pekka Pavarenta is right there and behind. The Birchall outfit, the number 16 Birchall outfit, that's just in the positions they were when they left the grid. Waiting for them now to come. They're down at the old hairpin, sprinting down towards Barn. Here they come then, waiting for them. The Laidlow boys very quick out of the trap, and they're chased by Pekka Pavarenta. Over the line they go. Laidlow brothers lead. Pavarenta, then it's Birchall, then it's Blackstock, Todd Ellis, the Christie brothers, Rob Biggs, Phil Bell, cup leader with Paul Kirby behind him. Then it's Rob Middleton, Rob Atkinson and Mark Middleton. Round copies they go up to Charlie's. I said this was going to be a cracker. They'll be flying past you, Keith.
Yeah, they certainly are. Laidlow from Pavarenta comes straight past us. Wonder if there's any team orders here. You can see the things in machine of Todd Ellis there as well. He's certainly not giving up on this one. No great changes at all. It's still Birchall and Rosny there in 3rd place. Blackstock and Lawrence behind them. Fortunately, no jump starts this time, I don't think, are there, Barry?
No, nothing at all. 16 runners out there, all clean and tidy. And I'm waiting for them to drop down there. They're about at the gooseneck, heading down towards the chicane. I'm waiting for them to appear as they come along the bottom there.
Yep, down towards Mansfield, a little bit closer there going into Mansfield. Pavarenta closes up on the break, might just be the accordion effect, but he's only 2 or 3 machine lengths behind his teammates there. Then there's another couple of bike lengths back, and I tell you what, that battle for 3rd looking very close. Birchall and Rosny very near each other.
Blackstock knows what's at stake here. He's gone past Ben Birchall. Lewis Blackstock and Oscar Lawrence up to 3rd. Past Ben Birchall and Paddy Rosny. So Paddy Rosny, Blackstock's former passenger, they're into the woodland section. Pavarenta is using all his wile, all his guile, all his technique, his 5 world championships. Not for nothing is that man a multiple world champion. Such an accomplished sidecar driver. Conditions, any track, he's right with Laidlow. Pavarenta's going with him all the way. Blackstock in 3rd. Birchall, it's a breakaway 4. It's a 12-wheeler. Ellis in 5th over the line. Then it's Sam and Tom Christie, Rob Biggs and Phil Bell and the Kirbys. So there we have Kirby outfit. Rob Atkinson, 26, bringing up the back there. Kevin Cable going over. They're with you surely now in the thick of it.
Yeah, certainly are. You say no great changes between them. Only fractions of a second between each of them. I can see our leaders already trying to seek out some damp spots. Did we get a tyre report from Bradley at all there? Barry, sorry, mate. Did we get a tyre report from Bradley at all?
Majority are on wets. Holden's on slicks. Peaches on wet and slick rear. Todd Ellis is also on a slick, but the majority of them are on wet tyres.
Okay.
Into the pits comes Charlie Moss. number 38, Charlie Moss, Kirsty Hawkswell, into the pits.
Okay, that'll explain what they're trying to seek out of Dan Patches. Oh, there's a challenge there for that second place. I think that might come off around the outside going into the chicane. No, maybe it didn't quite come off. But I tell you what, look at those top three. They are nose to tail going up the mountain there, aren't they?
Blackstock is in second now. He means business. He sees the significance of this. The opportunity is here, and Blackstock is right on the back of Lado. A multiple winner here at Cadwell, Lewis Blackstock. Not with Oscar Lawrence, with Paddy Rosney, but with Oscar Lawrence, who's a very capable, enthusiastic passenger. Lewis Blackstock has got a really good buddy alongside, and they are right on the back now of Sam and Jack, the race leaders. Blackstock, though, must be careful not to throw caution to the wind. Ben Birchall and Paddy Rosney still in fourth, Pavarinta down in third. Blackstock, though, is right with the race leaders as they come up towards Charlie. You'll have sight of them now, I reckon.
Yeah, they're going to be coming over the top in just a moment, and yeah, Blackstock is definitely going to go for this. All leaders drifting beautifully. No answer to the second place effort. Here we go then down the straight, and you can see that Blackstock and Lawrence are trying to work the slipstream, trying to pick up a damp edge. They're going to have a challenge, surely. It's got to be damp on the inside there at Park Corner. This is a problem with a wet, dry track. Of course, you go for that overtake, and all of a sudden it's wet on the inside. Is there a change, though? They disappear out of my sight. Round Chris Curve we come as Lewis Blackstock being able to do it. Can't quite see them this distance. I think he has. I think that's Blackstock who's now taken over the front running from the Laidlows. Yes, indeed.
Oh, well done. I'm filled with anticipation because I see them break out from under that bridge and the trees. That's the only sight I've got as they come down through Mansfield. I'm sure that's where they are now.
You're
and they've got the chicane in front of them, and it is Lewis Blackstock and Oscar Lawrence leading this race. Sam and Jack Lado now have been demoted. That's not what they wanted to see. Pekka Pavarinta still there. Birchall and Paddy Rosney hanging on with the Honda in fourth place. A brilliant. And let's mention the Dean Wright chassis as well. That is a Honda Dean Wright chassis that Birchall is riding, partly developing, helping Dean Wright with the progress of the brand. And he's doing a really, really great job with it in fourth place. And now those front four outfits are breaking away in the woods, looking towards Blackstock, who's opening a lead. Lado now coming under pressure from Pavarinta. The Finn is on the back of Sam and Jack Lado. There will be no disgrace. He's going for the left as they go into Coppice. Pavarinta's taken second place from the Lados. What a ride by the Finn, who had never seen Cadwell before. He came here on Friday, wide-eyed and legless.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if he can close that gap down. We'll have to keep an eye on the timing screens there. The 44 machine, the passenger tucking in as much as they dare as they try to catch Blackstock. I tell you what, though, to beat a world champion, albeit on slightly more home turf than he's used to, still be an impressive little result to have on your CV, wouldn't it? So I bet you the Blackstock is going to be pushing on as hard as he dares. Still some tricky conditions out there. We do know how much their tyres are going to play in their hands or against them, but certainly looking very dry at the moment as everybody seeks out the damp patches. I think they're trying to keep those wet weather tyres as cool as possible. Down into Mansfield, and I think Pavarinta has closed that gap, mate. You're going to be seeing the timing screen there. I don't know if you're going to see any purple lights flash up. Sorry?
1:42 for Blackstock, fastest lap.
Did you see any purple lights pop up that
time? No, because I've got me back to it. I'm watching all the back
no problem at all.
As they go in the bottom, Blackstock, you're quite right. Pavarinta is really, really on the case now. He's taken like a duck to water. He's absolutely riding out of his skin. Adam Christie, of course, the third of the Christie brothers, who started his career with Sam about 3 seasons ago, broke his ankle at Thruxton. Tom, the other brother, the twin, jumped in, and he's been with Sam, the eldest brother, ever since. Adam surplus requirements until he got in with Pekka Pavarinta at World Championship level, and those two have really gelled. And Pavarinta now, those pair, Blackstock and Pavarinta, broken away from the third place outfit of the Laidlows, with Birchall still there, Todd Ellis and Clement right there, mate, in fifth, and they're closing.
Pavarinta is coming very quickly indeed. He's got that gap down to about 4 bike lengths as he is getting closer. As you say, he's taking this Cadwell Park circle like a duck to pancakes. He is not quite in a position to challenge for the lead at the moment, but I think it's only a matter of time before we see the world champion in the front. But of course, Lewis Blackstock will know that Pekka is not going to be scoring points here, so he can easily afford to let the world champion pass him, simply follow on, and he'll still to pick up 25 points, but the trouble is, Lewis is a racer and he's not going to get beaten lightly. Here we come then, down into Mansfield. Do we see a challenge? No. Pavarinta keeps his powder dry, and you're right about Todd Ellis as well. He's closing on that battle for third as well. So we've got two very distinct battles here at the moment. We've got one for that third place, and of course that one for the lead. Out of the chicane they come, and
down towards me. Todd Ellis had a bit of a moment with the Hoosier tyres. He's not really gelled with them, but these conditions are a great leveller, so he's more likely to feel more confident. Throw it around. Pavarinta's right with Blackstock now, and Ellis is right on the back of Ben Birchall. By the way, was that a Chinese duck in the pancakes? Crispy. Well, it's a crisp ride you're getting, certainly from Lewis Blackstock. He is loving it here, and he's a multiple winner here at Cadwell in former British Championship. Last year, well, a good result for him, but not for the championship. Blackstock then with Pavarinta in his slipstream, moving out left onto the inside of Coppice, and Pavarinta, no, Blackstock far too wily for that, just ran in on the brakes. There was no way through for Pekka. Keep your Pekka up, boy, you're on the case, keep it going. We're at half distance and they're with you, Keith.
Yeah, they certainly are all a little bit of a twitch from the leaders there. Pavarinta, I think, had to back out of it to avoid a collision with the passenger. They go up the straight once again. Those damp patches are rapidly reducing. There's hardly any way of cooling your tyres now. As they go up towards Park, they disappear out of my sight. I think you're right. I think Blackstock there might have been slightly compromised at Charlie's there as Pavarinta. I think he's showing him a nose. He's letting him know he's there. He's letting him know he wants to perhaps find his way past. Round Chris Curve they come then up towards the gooseneck. Do we see any change? No, it's still Oscar Lawrence leading the way. Pavarinta is pulling alongside. Is that a challenge? No. He shows him a nose, but not quite close. But Todd Ellis does indeed show a nose to the outfit of the Virtuals in front of him. I think Todd Ellis might want to move up into fourth place.
How close do you want it? Look at those top three, and Todd Ellis then really pushing hard, but still is Blackstock hanging on. Up goes Blackstock, and Pavarinta having a go at the foot of the mountain. How brave is that? Over the top then, I've got to be careful I don't get feedback when I move too close to the speaker. But Pavarinta is right there. This is amazing. Laidlow's still very, very much in touch. They're waiting to pick up the pieces like a Labrador if a piece of meat falls off the table. Whose piece of meat is it going to be? That's the point, if at all. Birchall then is really under pressure from Todd Ellis. If not, has already succumbed. He has. Birchall then down to fifth. Todd Ellis, Emmanuel Clement up to fourth. Coming up to play with the fast boys at the front. And Todd Ellis now has got the Laidlow brothers in his sights as he goes around Coppice. You would not put a tenner on the table against him going past, I can tell you. Todd Ellis has got his mojo back, and it's good to see.
Yeah, no, it really is. These tricky conditions playing nicely in his hand. And let's not forget, Todd is a twice world champion at the end of the day. Now, none of these guys out here are mugs. Oscar Lawrence must be loving this. He's going to end up on a timing sheet at the moment if he stopped the race right now with two world champions in his wake. That'd be an absolutely brilliant thing to stick on your dartboard. Now, around the park curve they go. I don't think I saw any challenges coming out anywhere at all.
Three world champions.
Three world. Yes, of course. Sorry, thank you for the update there, Barry. Yeah, indeed. So Oscar Lawrence is definitely showing he can do the business. Lewis Blackstock with Oscar Lawrence alongside. So I'm getting confused because Todd Ellis is moving up into that third place and he's looking for second place now. Yeah. So Todd wants to remind Pekka, I think, took the championship away from him.
Todd Ellis is a lap record holder around here.
Is he?
Not going to make any difference other than the fact that he knows Cadwell like the back of his hand, and that's eminently clear now as he's with the Laidlows. He's having a look. I think Pekka almost went round Blackstock at the foot of the mountain. Is that possible? Yes, it is. Pavarinta's gone past Blackstock to take the lead. Pekka Pavarinta going into Hall Bends took the lead. In fact, they were side by side over the top of the mountain. Never been seen before in a sidecar outfit. This is racing at the best level. John Holden is in the pits. John Holden will fill that to have retired. Pekka Pavarinta, a country mile his lead as he goes over the line. The Finn, Blackstock, Ellis in third, Laidlow fourth, Birchall then in fifth. Still these five outfits circulate in line astern with the Christie brothers seemingly unable to do anything to close down the leaders. Rob Biggs comes next. The leading pack is with you again.
They certainly are, and Pavrinda, I can't believe that. We thought the Finn would do well in these tricky conditions and certainly played into his hands very nicely indeed. What I can't believe is the gap he's already managed to pull out. I think the others must have had a bit of an offline twitch or something like that that's given him that little bit of a break. Be interesting to see if they can close the gap down. Certainly, Blackstock knows his way around this circuit very nicely indeed. He'll only be very happy though that he'll know that Pavrinda is not scoring points in the British Championship, so he'll be happy to stay there. Todd Ellis, I guess, is Todd Ellis scoring points? He is in the British Championship. Oh, Todd Ellis for the lead. He goes down side by side. Must be a little bit of body rub there surely at the apex. I think you're going to see Todd Ellis leading. He is in second place, sorry, as they come out of the chicane. That's Todd and the man moved up to second place. Can they take the fight to Pavrinda? But they're running out of time very rapidly, aren't they, Barry?
This is a penultimate lap. One lap to go then when they go over the line this time. Pekka Pavrinta then, 1.3 seconds advantage over Blackstock, who's just dropped back because Todd Ellis has moved up. What a fantastic charge by Ellis and Clement. Laidlow boys there are fighting off a challenge from Birchall and Rosley, waiting for them to... I just don't know what's going to happen in the woods. It's anybody's guess, I can tell you. They are so close. The second, third and fourth. No disputing the leader though. Pekka Pavrinta, Todd Ellis in second, Lewis Blackstock and Oscar Lawrence. Ellis is no problem to their championship. The Laidlows are behind them. That's what's important. Birchall then rounding out fifth place ahead of Sam and Tom Christie. Then Rob Biggs and Phil Napton go over in seventh place. And then it's Paul Kirby and Emma Salmon who got the better of Phil Bell and Phil Hyde for the Cup Championship chase. Keith?
I was hoping we'd be going for a grandstand finish here, but I think they've all spread out just a little bit too far to give a challenge. Pavrinta drifted that outfit beautifully through Chris Curve, last time round, and he did exactly the same coming off the top here. He's coming towards the gooseneck now, and he's in so control. He really is. Clips the curve beautifully on the inside. For a man who didn't know his way around Cadwell Park before Friday morning, he certainly well and truly found his mojo here. I tell you what is good though to see Todd Ellis back on the podium, and I don't think he's going to get any higher, but I tell you what, he's closing that gap. He's making the most of this. He is trying to get...
Inspired him with the choice of tyres. He might be getting confidence, or he's found his way to ride through the Hoosier barrier that he had built for himself. He's now going really, really well in second place, but this time the checkered flag will be shown at the finish, and it will be shown, unless some misfortune befalls him, out of my sight, to Pekka Pavrinta and Adam Christie, the Flying Finn, the five-times world champion is leading now. Todd Ellis, Emmanuel Clement, a double world champion. Over they go. Checkered flag for Pavrinta. Checkered flag. Blackstock confirmed on the podium there for third. Then it's the Laidlow brothers, Ben Birchall and Paddy Rosley. Fifth place ahead of Sam and Tom Christie, the 34 Hannafin Racing Yamaha. Rob Biggs bringing it home in seventh place. And the first of the privateers, we're expecting to see the 27 of Paul Kirby with young Emma Salmon on board. What a result for him, having passed Phil Bell and Phil Hyde 2 laps ago. Well, we thought it would be a cracker. Keith, thank you. You were really fired up. You'll have to go and have a lie down in the dark room.
I'll tell you what, mate, it was one of those races where it gives you the opportunity to get the voice right up to fever pitch, doesn't it? It really was great stuff. We were hoping for a good race, and they certainly turned the action on there.
We absolutely got one. Confirmation then, Pavrinta from Ellis. What a result for the Finn. A brilliant display from a quality rider. Ellis did well to come from sixth place on the opening lap up to the runner-up spot. Blackstock and Lawrence, fantastic. Had the lead, took the lead, but they were worn down by the relentless attacks by Pavrinta and Ellis. Laidlow, Birchall, that's the top five. Christie brothers in six ahead of Biggs, Kirby, Bell, Atkinson and Middleton, Kevin Cable 11th, Kirker could go lightly in 12th place ahead of Andy Peach and Josh Hope. Fantastic 10-lapper. It wouldn't have made any difference. Well, Todd Ellis might have caught the race leader had it gone for 2 more laps. Keith, thank you. You did a great job. Cheers, mate.
I'll do what I can for you, Barry. Thank you very much indeed. Really good to have the voice of experience there. And I guess I get my young voice back in the shape of Mr. Hicks. Are you there, sir?
I'm right here. Hello.
Excellent.